y'all. Good morning. Thank y'all for joining. Okay, y'all forgive me for not being on camera, baby. I'm still in pajamas. Okay, I'm kind of chilling today, y'all. I'll be on camera later on because I'll be like dressing up and ready and stuff like that. But let's get into this tea, baby, because we got some stuff to talk about, some Sunday morning gossip. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday up cooking your dinner. I'm already done cooking dinner. That's just how ahead I am, right? That's just how ahead I am. So, but yes, let's get into this tea, but let's speak to everyone first. I see my top flights are in the building. Truth is in the building. Hey, Truth. Hey, Rose, my other top flight. Hey. Puppet Master, I see you in the building. Good mountain and everybody coming in. I see some people in the bushes. Thank y'all for joining as well. Shaquanda is here. Kim Naughton is here. Thank y'all for being here. Miss Shirley Terry, I see you. I see you. Let's jump in. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Vandy Tyson. Good morning. Hey, Red. Hey, Miss Mary. Hey, Katrina Taylor. Good morning. I think everybody else might be in church, child. Y'all in church. Oh, they're shouting and carrying on. All right. Lay it all out on the floor and stuff this morning. Ain't nothing wrong with it, child. You had a hell of a fire week. You got to go and get your praise on. I ain't mad at it. All right. Lucille is in the building. Thank you for being here, Miss Lucille Greer. Deborah Holder is in the building. Good morning. All right, let's jump on in, guys. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. For those of you that used to watch the Osbournes back then, Purple Paradox, Lady Trucker. Good morning, love. Thanks for being in the building. Okay, good morning. For those of you that used to watch the Osbournes back in the day, I did. I was a fan of the show. Okay, I don't know why. But it was a cool show back then. That's when reality TV just kind of came into play, right? But you guys remember how Kelly Osborne used to look like with the chubby cheeks. Okay, I like Kelly. Her brother Jack, of course Ozzy, which was their father. Rest in peace to him. He's no longer with us. And then Sharon, which is the mom, right? Okay, so they had a really nice run on reality TV. But Kelly has started this dramatic weight loss, which has kind of sparked controversy and concern amongst celebrities and just everybody sitting back watching. We're like, what the hell is going on with Kelly? Like her face is sunken in. You can see the bones coming up in her back. She just looks really emaciated. Like, what the hell? Let's get into this. They just had some type of the Brits Award or something like that for 2026. The Brits Awards for 2026, as I was saying, and Sharon and what's this child's name? Stepped out. Sharon and old girl stepped out, and she looks really thin. But let's get into it, y'all. Sharon and Kelly.
Guys that excuse me, Jackie was in the jungle with, and we're like, oh, here, and we haven't met these guys before.
We've only talked online, all of us.
Oh.
So to actually meet in the flesh is great.
And you are missing Jack tonight.
The baby's due any day.
I know.
Wednesday. We're seeing loads of the guys that...
I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, this cannot be Kelly.
So many things about Robbie remind me of Ozzy.
And it's so special that it's all his closest friends and they're paying tribute to him in such a beautiful way, and for him to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. He never would have written before. It's just going to be magical.
Did Robbie take that persuading?
No. Not at all.
Did you have to twist his arm? No.
No, he's just the best. He's the most warmest, just down to earth. So many things.
Child, Kelly, girl, I want you to go sit down and eat you a good double cheeseburger, girl, with extra burger and cheese, and add another piece of bread if you want to. Like you can afford to, girl. Like, this is sad. I don't know if it's Ozempic. I don't know if she's going through eating and throwing up. You know how Hollywood people be doing that shit. I don't know what's going on with her. Maybe she's going through some type of depression after her father passed. But then again, before Ozzy died, she was kind of thin like this as well, but then it's gotten worse. Like, this is her first appearance since Ozzy passed away months ago. So everybody was just like, when they saw her at the awards, because like the back of her dress, you guys, like she had like her back out. You could literally see her bones poking out the back of her dress. It's just that bad. So I really, child, prayers up for you, girl. I don't know what you're doing, but maybe it's not that serious. I like the pudgy Kelly, right? I like the pudgy looking Kelly with the pudgy cheeks. Kelly was a cute girl back then, no homo, but Kelly was a pretty girl when she had the little pudgy cheeks and, you know, she had a little weight on her. Now she just look like a damn skeleton with a damn wig on. I don't know, but prayers up for you, love, okay? All right, so we had the 57th annual NAACP Awards where Dion Cole was hosting, child. He done called out a few celebrities. Let's get into it with his crazy self. I love me some damn Dion Cole because he's funny. So he calls out Nicki Minaj and a few other celebrities in his stand-up here. Let's get into it, child.
Definitely. Lord, we want you to bless our sister Nicki Minaj, Lord. Yes. She's been going through a lot lately, Lord. It hasn't been herself, Lord. I believe whatever's in her ass is affecting her brain, Lord. Take it out of her ass, Lord. We bind that spirit in her ass, Lord. Definitely. Lord, we want you to bless our sister Nicki Minaj, Lord. Yes. Come on. Y'all got to pray with me, all right? Bow our heads. Let's go. Lord, I want you to bless our sister Tiana Taylor, Lord. Keep her single and away from 6'3" green-eyed men with muscles, Lord. Give the average man a chance with her, Lord. Hell, give the average woman a chance with her as well, Lord. Lord, I want you to bless our brother 50 Cent, Lord. Damn it. But that pettiness be getting our day going by fast at work, don't it? You know what, Lord? Bless him with some more petty ideas, Lord. That'll help us at work, Lord, definitely. Lord, we want you to bless our sister Nicki Minaj.
Y'all ever heard what he said about Nicki Minaj? So he's the host. Y'all know he's going to throw in some jokes because he is a comedian. So shout out to him for that. Okay, with everything that's going on, you guys did see that Saudi Arabia did send some missiles, child. Send some missiles this way. So and some places got bombed too, I saw. So there is a war going on, and there's some attacks going on. And child, it's a praying time. So you definitely need a good laugh. Okay. You definitely need a good laugh with all of this stuff going on. So prayers up for everyone and the safety of everyone as well. Let's get into this Papoose and Remy Ma news, child. Some of you may have known about it, but we're going to let everybody know. Shout out to Geisha 305. She be having some great tea as well. Now, it seems that Papoose cheated on Remy Ma and got another woman pregnant during the time of their marriage, but they still married. And they're saying that this happened around the time that Remy Ma was locked up, where Papoose was running around saying that he was writing her every day and coming to see her every other day or so. Well, on the days you won't come to see her, you was balls deep somewhere else, allegedly, because they're saying that you got another girl pregnant, and we're going to get into it. Now, they're saying that this was in 2017 when a woman came forward about Papoose making a baby with her, and this would mean that Papoose cheated while Remy was locked up. Now, it says that the baby mama connected with Tasha K to expose Papoose to clear her name. It goes on to say that she stated that her character was being attacked online. Okay, this is the girl. He does have a type, don't he? This is the alleged baby that they're saying is his. If you look at this baby's face, hello, Papoose. No paternity test needed. Okay. Them features, right? What y'all think? Do y'all think the baby kind of favor Papoose? In the eye area, right? Eye nose area. I'm gonna say in the eye and the nose area. So let's continue. This is the girl. Look at Papoose. He like them rough chicks, don't he? He love those struggle face rough chicks, child. He love them. All right, so let's get into what was said, because this is what the baby mama had to say, girl.
I don't care when to do it, because it's just that when I talk to, I talked to my brother, he's an attorney. He was like, just don't give them too much. Don't give them, just give them.
But then it's going to make you out to be a liar if you don't tell the whole story. It's out there now. Nothing's going to happen to you. You're telling your story. So if you leave out bits and pieces, that's what made me believe. I'm like, wait a minute, now everything's all over the place. Why is this? You said you wanted to do this. It wasn't me, it was you.
Right. Because I just want to clear my name and clear it up. Like, because I'm so sick of people coming at me.
So this is the baby mother, and she's speaking to Tasha K about this situation and this baby that she has, allegedly by Papoose. And this was during the time Remy was locked up. So let's continue, child. All right, so they said the fans of Love and Hip Hop New York have always admired Remy Ma and Papoose's ability to overcome the toughest adversities in their relationship. Between her 6-year prison sentence, suffering an unfortunate miscarriage, but today Papoose is at the center of a cheating scandal. Now, a woman revealed to a vlogger, which we all know to be Tasha K, that he is the father of her 3-year-old daughter, which means that the encounter would have taken place while Papoose's wife was serving time behind bars. They said that we have yet to hear the full story, but the vlogger did share photos and the alleged baby mama on her Instagram account. Woo. So what y'all think about that? So see, everybody was trying to say, oh, Remy is so wrong. I feel like they're both wrong because y'all did step out. It was said that Remy cheated as well. But Papoose, you bringing babies into marriage, and now you over here flaunting Clarissa Shields all out in the public like you're divorced, and you're not. You got Clarissa saying that she's ready to have a baby by you now. Like, damn. Like, maybe stop having babies and figure out getting this damn divorce and then moving on, right? I don't know why people like to put the cart before the horse in terms of saying, oh, like it's such a flex to be out here just having babies with random people or with just with a dude, period. Like, make him handle his business. We keep talking about that. But Papoose, you got some explaining to do, because this lady said that this is your baby, and she's talked to Tasha K and let her know. And she's shown pictures. I'm going to be honest, the baby does kind of favor Remy's daughter, and the baby does favor Papoose. If you look at the eye area on Papoose and his nose area, I don't feel like she's lying, okay? If you were sleeping with this woman while Remy was locked up, as fucked up, because you were married and you're still married and you're still doing what you want to do. So let's hear what she had to say one more time.
About my baby. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I let him go. You know? I let him go.
Can we do this?
I mean, I don't care when to do it, because it's just that when I talk to, I talked to my brother, he's an attorney. He was like, just don't give them too much. Don't give them, just give them.
But then it's going to make you out to be a liar if you don't tell the whole story. It's out there now. Nothing's going to happen to you. You're telling your story. So if you leave out bits and pieces, that's what made me believe. I'm like, wait a minute, now everything's all over the place. Why is this? You said you wanted to do this. It wasn't me, it was you.
Right. But I just want to clear my name and clear it up. Like, because I'm so sick of people coming at me about my baby. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I let him go,
So y'all hear that? So she's very emotional. Obviously, this is the girl who was alleged to have been sleeping with Papoose while Remy was locked up for the 6 years that she was in jail for assault. You guys already know that. Papoose made it seem like he was still holding Remy down. He was writing Remy every day. He was, putting money on her books, coming to see her. But the whole time he had a little side piece going on. Somebody he obviously was sleeping with if there's a baby involved, allegedly. Okay, that's what this woman is saying. But this is the child that's alleged to be Papoose's baby. Again, this baby does favor Remy Ma's child with Papoose, and she does favor Papoose in the eye, nose area. Okay, I'm just saying. Y'all can let me know what y'all think, honey, because Papoose, you out here Papoosing, baby, and you doing a little too much out here now. Okay, you are. We had to go ahead and put that out there. But let's move along. Y'all sound off on that one, honey. All right. Let's get into it because we got some more tea to talk about. Ooh, girl. Getting hot in here. All right, so let's get into some Married to Medicine stuff. So Toya Bush Harris from Married to Medicine spills tea on while playing what is this? Superlatives with Married to Medicine castmates. It says revealing who keeps secrets, who lies the most, and who cries the most. So let's get into Toya, because y'all know Toya gonna always put everybody's business out there. Let's go.
None of it. Nobody keeps a secret. They pretend like they do, but they don't. They done told somebody in this circle, and that's why we keep going on the horse on the hamster wheel. Yes. No. Nobody. Ooh, Mariah. Yeah, I thought she was great. She was amazing. Her comebacks were quick. They were witty, and they were funny. And she could do it on different levels. Ooh, Toya. I think I am. Yes. And then Jackie. Off camera, I am. I let my hair down and have a good time. And I could care less what people think. I just have fun. On camera, the funniest, Heavenly. She mean, but she funny.
Who's the best at planning trips?
Toya, absolutely. Everyone else. They all want to go.
Who's the best at throwing parties?
Toya. I'm good. Hey, if I'm good at it, then I might as well do it a ton of times, right? That's my thing.
Who cries the most on camera?
Woo, Quad. Quad can cry at the drop of a hat. If she is crying and she's talking to you, then you start crying back because you're like, oh, you want to win the sympathy of the audience. Okay, well, let me cry too. But if she's crying and she's emotional because of something that really happened and that is like, something we all should be feeling empathy for, then we just allow her that moment. It's weird. She'll literally be in the midst of a crying moment and then go right back and be normal.
I agree with you on that, 8753 on that fashion when it comes to Jackie. That's a hell no for me. Like, when did Jackie get a fashion award? Ciao, bye.
Heavenly. Heavenly lies, Quad likes gossip.
Heavenly can't lie. She's running for state.
What do you mean that she can't lie? Isn't that where all the lying takes place? Is that not true? I think Phaedra did, and I think she held back, and I'm not sure why. I think Phaedra could have went. Oh, could you imagine a Phaedra and Quad Reed battle? Like, I was waiting on that to happen. I was like, come on. None of it. Nobody keeps a secret. They pretend like they do, but they don't. They done told somebody in this circle, and that's why we keep going on the horse on the hamster wheel.
Y'all hear that?
No, nobody. Ooh.
I don't agree with all that you're saying here, Toya. Okay, I don't agree with that. But y'all sound off on what y'all think. I do agree with what she said about Mariah and the clapbacks. We all know when Mariah was on the show, baby, she could clap back. Who else could get Heavenly in check besides Mariah, right? Who else could shut Heavenly up besides Mariah? When she said, baby, she had them receipts, Heavenly sat her wide face ass down and she shut right on the hell up. And she didn't say another damn thing, right? She sure the hell didn't, because she know not to play with Mariah. And I told you guys this rumor that Mariah is supposed to make some appearances on next season of Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine, they're also getting ready to come. They're getting ready to have their part 1 reunion coming up too in a couple weeks. So we'll revisit that as well. Let's get into some Peter Thomas news. You guys know he has been let out of jail a little early, but he's not completely out of the woods and completely free, honey, because he still is a little bit in confinement, just a little bit. Now, Peter Thomas is released from federal prison, but is transferred to community confinement. Let's get into that. We showed you guys a video yesterday, day before, where Peter was out dancing to T.I.'s new song, Let 'Em Know. He was feeling it, dancing all off beat, which I said was a whole disappointment, child, to the Jamaican community. Because, baby, you know, if you black, especially Jamaica, you got to have some rhythm. Peter got no rhythm, okay, at all. But anywho, so Peter Thomas, the ex-husband of Cynthia Bailey, who appears as a friend of on Real Housewives of Atlanta, has been released from federal prison, but remains under supervision. You guys know that he served time for back taxes, okay? Thomas is no longer housed at Federal Correctional Institution in Miami. According to the Bureau of Prisons, he is now under community confinement supervised by the Miami Residential Reentry Management Office. It says that community confinement means that he is either in a residential reentry center, halfway house, as we all know, or on home confinement. So Peter still has some ramifications as well as related to his release. Okay, so in December of 2024, Thomas pled guilty to 1 count of failure to pay trust fund taxes. Authorities says that he failed to pay approximately $650,000 in employee trust fund taxes connected to a restaurant in Charlotte, North Carolina. You guys remember his employees actually ratted him out for not paying them, but he was filing some, I guess, falsified documents saying that he did. We saw a video of one of his employees come back to the restaurant to say that a check that he had written this employee for payment for their actual check bounced, and she was seeking her money and was told that she needed to leave the premises or the police would be called. So this employee went and reported Peter to the Better Business Bureau and to unemployment, which this kind of got the ball rolling on this case with Peter. And the next thing we knew, his ass was fucking locked up, right? So he was sentenced to 18 months in prison and reported on August the 1st of 2025. He is scheduled to remain under residential reentry management supervision until August of 2026, followed by 2 years of supervised release. Now, Thomas was also ordered to pay $2.5 million in restitution to the IRS and must not drink in excess or use narcotics as part of his release conditions. So shout out to TMZ because they actually broke this. And shout out to the Girls Are Fighting because that's where we're reading it from. What y'all think about that with Peter Thomas? Sound off, honey, and let me know. Let's move along, honey. Congratulations go out to R&B pop rap group Salt-N-Pepa. I'm happy to see that they did have Spinderella up there. Y'all know that there was a lawsuit that was filed against Salt-N-Pepa by Spinderella I want to say maybe a year or so ago now, where she felt that she was a part of the group, that she kind of helped make them kind of get to the top as well. It wasn't just Salt-N-Pepa. I mean, when you saw Salt-N-Pepa, it was Spinderella. She was their DJ. She actually performed with them, but the girls were saying, no, we started out with just, me and with just Salt-N-Pepa. Like Spinderella kind of came in a little bit later on. So there was a lawsuit filed. It looks like the girls were able to fix whatever the legal issues were with that. And now they're being honored at the NAACP. They did get an award for the Hall of Fame award, to be exact. And Spinderella was there to be celebrated along with them. So let's get into it. Salt-N-Pepa talk legacy and being recognized by the culture ahead of Hall of Fame awards, at the 57th annual NAACP awards. They look great, don't they? They look great. So shout out to their stylists as well. Let's go Hollywood Unlocked
tonight. This is a night celebrated by us, for us, and you're getting honored. Talk to us about the feeling of tonight for you all.
Because like what you said, we have gotten a lot of awards and celebrating our rock and roll and Walk of Fame. But like you say, for us, by us, and this was something we haven't had, and to be recognized, and they felt like we got to give these girls their flowers and their contribution that they did to hip hop. And so it's always a great feeling to get that call and say, hey, we want to honor you ladies. So it's nice.
What it feels like, is that what the question is? Oh, it feels great. We're just to be here after all of this, all the years, and to be together. It was a long journey. It was a tumultuous journey, but we are very prideful, and we're just happy for this moment.
Getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and to be here and be present and see that last year. First off, talk to us about that emotion where not many people get that honor and get to see that.
Yeah, well, we got them all now. You know what I mean? We got everyone. So we're just happy to be celebrated after 40 years. Like Spin said, we've worked really hard to be here. And the recognition means everything, not only to us personally, but to Black women, period, that you can achieve what you can conceive and believe.
Come on. The girls look good. They are still touring. They're still able to pack out arenas. So shout out to them. I'm happy for them. It's definitely well deserved. They have received also a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So shout out to them for that. That's very much so well deserved. And they are still liked by a lot of people and supported in their career. So shout out to them. Let's move on, honey. Let's get into some news. Now, we just talked about Angie Stone on yesterday. They're saying that her house may have to be sold, that her kids may have to sell her house because they're unable to keep up the mortgage payments, given that she's not getting any publishing checks or any financial assistance or money that she's owed. Let's just say that. They say that she's owed millions of dollars from her record company. She's not received that yet. It looks like, and I said yesterday, hopefully Tyler Perry can step in and kind of help with some of this. He has stepped in and he paid for her funerals because she had multiple. We shared it here on the show. So Tyler Perry, he did his big one and stepped up, which he always does for the Black community when someone is in a financial need. So shout out to him for that. But I just said yesterday, hopefully Tyler Perry can kind of step in and help with this situation as related to Angie Stone. And my God, I wake up this morning and here he is. So maybe I've spoken into existence. I don't But let's get into it, okay? Shout out to Tyler, okay? Let's get into it. Shout out to Braxton Family Values fan pages where I saw it. Tyler Perry is reportedly still in the process of hiring a legal team to get to the bottom of what happened to Angie Stone's royalties and publishings, okay? Sources close to the situation say that Tyler Perry wants a full investigation into who received the publishings and royalty payments connected to Angie Stone's decade-long career. Now, legal experts note that cases like this can take years to untangle, especially when contracts, publishing splits, and label accounting are involved. But before her passing, Angie had already begun legal action against Universal Music Group, claiming unpaid back royalties for the music that she created over more than 40 years in the industry. That's going to be a nice check, right? Mm-hmm. Now, during a recent conversation on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, the Brat spoke out saying that justice should be served and that artists deserve to be properly compensated for their contributions. Now, many fans are now calling for transparency and accountability, emphasizing that Angie's children and grandchildren deserve the legacy that she worked so hard to build. All right. Of course, let's continue to keep her family in prayer as they decide what's the next steps as related to her home now getting ready to be placed on the market because they cannot afford to keep up the mortgage payments. I showed you guys yesterday. It's a beautiful home, really nice home. You guys know Angie Stone passed away when her Sprinter van was struck by a 18-wheeler while she was on her way to a show to perform. She was still having to perform in order to make ends meet, which is very sad. You've given your 40 years of your life to the industry and great music, #1 hits, and they're sitting on your coin to where the last days that you should be sitting back, sipping your wine, sitting on your porch, or maybe people watch, just enjoying your life, still not having to get up, packing a suitcase, lugging a suitcase, traveling abroad and everywhere else to sing on stages, standing up there being hot and sweaty on stages to perform in order to pay your bills when you should be receiving royalty checks and just receiving whatever it is that you're due and not feeling like you have to work as hard like a newer artist would have to. But shout out to Tyler Perry for stepping in and getting some great attorneys in to help figure out what's going on with Angie Stone's money so that her family can finally assist it where it needs to be assisted and she can save her properties. I hate that she has to sell off things, or her family would have to sell off things in order to survive. That's sad. All right, let's move along. Porsha Williams, child, gotta get out. Okay, Porsha got to get out that house over there. Simon's house. I told you guys that she's 2 months behind, probably more now. It's probably more. When we first read it, she was 2 months behind on the mortgage payments over there in that $7 million home that she cannot afford. Let's get into it. Shout out to BFB fan page. Porsha Williams is ordered to refinance or vacate the marital home by September 26th of 2026. All right, girl. Now you trying to refinance this house. You already sold your other house. That house is sold. The one that she moved into after her divorce from Cordell Stewart. She should have kept that home. And now she has to vacate this home. Where is she going to go, Lord? So a judge has reportedly given Porsha Williams until September 26th of 2026 to refinance the marital residence reportedly valued at $7 million solely into her name or vacate the property. The estate is currently titled under her estranged husband, Simon Gubadia, who has publicly stated that he is not covering any mortgage payments, no taxes, or household expenses tied to the home. Y'all know he has been kicked out of the country, all right? He has been kicked out of the country by ICE, so Porsha is on her own in this $7 million home. Now, from a financial perspective, refinancing a property of that value is no small task. A $7 million home would likely require a substantial income, strong credit profile, and significant liquidity in order to qualify independently. Even with equity involved, lender assesses debt-to-income ratios, consistent earnings, and long-term financial stability. I don't feel that Porsha can afford this home, being that she's multiple payments behind currently on this home that she's currently residing in, that she's trying to refinance in her name. As I told you guys in a previous post/video, Porsha was asking the bank to please hold off on foreclosing the home because of payments that were not paid on the home until the show returns. Now, we've already heard that the Real Housewives of Atlanta's new season will return in April, I think the 15th to be exact, 15th or 16th. So she was asking, hey, I don't really have the money like that to pay the payments. So can you guys like give me some type of leniency until the show returns and my checks start rolling in? It looks like the bank's not willing to do that because they're asking her to go ahead and refinance or get the fuck out of their house, right? Like, who's going to wait until what are we in now? Going in with March. Today is March 1st. They're not going to be waiting a whole nother month, which then puts you 4, maybe 5 payments behind. That's hard to catch up. The payments on the house, as I told you guys, is $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Like, that's a lot that the bank is kind of waiting to receive on said property. I've been said she should have moved the fuck out of there because she can't afford it. But hey, this is what it is. I think she was more so waiting on these $40,000 payments from Simon that he was ordered to pay in their divorce settlement. But he, since he's been deported from the country, he said he's not paying her shit, and he's not done that. So Porsha is kind of on her own when it comes to this home. So it said it's also important to note that while the Real Housewives of Atlanta is a high-profile platform, Bravo salaries alone typically would not cover the carrying cost of a multi-million-dollar estate without additional income streams, investments, or business ventures, or revenue rather, I'm sorry. Mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and staffing for a luxury property can easily total tens of thousands per month, as I just told you, which is her mortgage payment that she cannot afford to pay. Now, legally, the court's position is straightforward. If Porsha wants to retain the home, she must qualify to assume full financial responsibility. If refinancing is not feasible, selling the property and dividing the proceeds according to the court order becomes the practical alternative. They're asking, do you think refinancing a $7 million property is realistic in this situation, or would selling be the smarter financial move? I feel she should sell this shit, get half the equity, give Simon his half, get the fuck out and find something smaller. I think she can find a nice home, $900,000 or $1 million if that's what she chooses to do. Her house that she sold was $1.7 million. If she finds something within that financial range, I think that would probably be better for her versus trying to be in a $7 million home, because of course all of the things that comes with staying in a house that big or with that much is going to be out of her financial range. I mean, shit, you struggling now and it ain't in your name. So just imagine if you finance it, you're going to be still struggling to make that payment. $10,000, $15,000 a month is high as hell. And if you're not making that money, I would not put myself in that financial strain to where I can't sleep at night, not knowing if I'm going to be able to make my next mortgage payment. That's stupid as hell. Trying to keep up appearances. Just move the fuck out, right? Oh my God. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Here's the pictures of the home for those of you that haven't seen it. It's a beautiful home. Okay, it's located in Alpharetta, Georgia. This is the home that Simon purchased, that she and Simon were staying in before he was deported. It's beautiful. All right, here's some pictures inside. Okay, catwalk, nice. I love it. I got a catwalk in my home. That's nice though. Nice kitchen area as well. It's a beautiful house. Okay, beautiful house. But Porsha, I don't think you can afford it, baby. It's time to get the hell out now. We've been saying this since the judge ordered you to stay there. I was like, oh dear God, no, Porsha. You can't afford this home, okay? Cannot afford this home. All right. The upkeep alone is gonna set you back. So Simon, you win again, I guess. Okay. Yes, honey, the maintenance alone is gonna kick her ass. We ain't even talking about just the mortgage alone. My God. All right, let's move along, honey. Let's get into this Robbie Montgomery and Tim Norman update, because Tim is asking for Donald Trump to pardon him. Y'all know Tim is serving a life sentence, okay? Tim is serving a life sentence. Let's go ahead and get into this, and then we're going to look at the update on that to kind of refresh you guys' memory as to why Tim is serving all of this damn time in prison. For those of you that used to watch Welcome to Sweetie Pies, you guys remember Andre, which was Miss Robbie's grandson, who came to live with her and found himself in a very unfortunate situation with his uncle, Tim Norman, who is said to have had him unalived by way of unaliving by hire. So let's go ahead and get into this. Shout out to BVF. Fan page. Robbie Montgomery, as we all know her as, is Miss Robbie from Welcome to Sweetie Pies, opened up about her son Tim Norman revealing that she talks to him twice a week while he serves time in prison. Now, she shared that Tim even asked if she could try to get Donald Trump to look into his case and possibly pardon him as he continues to maintain his innocence in the unaliving for hire plot that took the life of his own nephew, as you guys remember, okay? Andre Montgomery is his name. Now, Robbie admitted the situation has been extremely heavy on her heart for years, confessing that her mind doesn't always know what to believe, but she is choosing to stand by her son regardless and push through the pain. It said that meanwhile, the public has been less forgiving, with many insisting that Tim deserves to remain behind bars, calling his actions greedy and hateful, and saying that he should never be allowed to see freedom again after throwing away everything that he had. Welcome to Sweetie Pies is the hashtag here. You guys let me know what y'all think about that. This is Tim. This is Tim. You guys remember he is serving a life sentence. This is Miss Montgomery, aka Miss Robbie, as we know her from the show. I watched Welcome to Sweetie Pies like every single season. I was a fan of the show. A lot of things that I saw on the show that kind of led up to Andre passing. You could see the animosity towards Tim. With Tim towards Andre. There was some jealousy there because Miss Robbie did love Andre, which was her grandson. And, Tim, of course, was her son. There were rumors that Tim may have wanted to maybe unalive Miss Robbie. I'm not sure how true that is because those were rumors, but we do know that Tim was found guilty of unaliving Andre. Now, let's get into the logistics of it because I went ahead and pulled that for those of you that may have forgotten what was going on. We're going to read up on why Tim is in prison for life. I don't feel like Trump should pardon him. I don't think he will pardon him. Tim needs to sit his ass down. This is the second time Tim has served a prison sentence. The first time he served 10 years for snatching a woman's bag, and he was violent. This was during the time that he was a teenager. He did serve those 10 years and he got out. His mom, Miss Robbie, gave him a job at her restaurant, at which Tim began opening several restaurants against his mother's asking him not to do that, to where she had to file a lawsuit against him as well for doing so, at which those restaurants have now been shut down. And of course, the show is off the air. So former Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman gets life in prison in his nephew's unaliving. The former star of the St. Louis-based reality TV show arranged the pow-powing death of his nephew to collect on a $450,000 life insurance policy. Let me put up my trigger on this as we get into it, okay? So you guys can be well versed on what's going on here for those of you that haven't been following this as closely as you should. All right, so let's play.
Relatives rejoice over justice and celebrate a life sentence.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Victory. Victory. Finally, I can breathe. 7 years I've been holding my breath.
Andre Montgomery's mother and her side of the family are at ease, knowing 43-year-old Tim Norman will be locked up in federal prison.
So if I got to do life, he's going to do life.
That's his mother.
And I want him to know that I know that he did.
Michelle Griggs lost her 21-year-old son, Andre Montgomery Jr., March of 2016. 6 years later, a jury found his uncle Tim Norman guilty of taking out a life insurance policy of $450,000 on his nephew's name and then having him killed.
He's not a statistic.
Norman and his family gained national attention after being on the show Welcome to Sweetie Pies, a St. Louis soul food chain owned by his mom, Robbie Montgomery. In the show, Norman's attorneys say he portrayed kind actions, and it's because Norman wanted to pay it forward.
He went to jail at a very young age, 17, and kind of grew up in a prison and kind of against all odds was able to make a success out of his life and really give back to the St. Louis community.
But Judge John Ross said Norman had an incredibly dark side. Assistant U.S. attorneys say his history and characteristics on camera don't measure up to what happened behind closed doors.
It was a series of events that made it absolutely clear what had happened and that Tim Norman was the architect of all of it.
For now, his attorneys will continue playing defense.
Tim was always just, after the verdict, focused on the appeal. So his efforts are really central on that. And I think there's almost a sign of relief that he can get started on that process.
Montgomery's family says their fight is finally over.
I knew God was in control. And I knew that he was going to get what he's supposed to get. And he got exactly what he deserved.
Amen to that. Okay. Andre looked just like his mom, didn't he? I hate that for them. Damn. So St. Louis, the former star of St. Louis based television reality show Welcome to Sweetie Pies, was sentenced Thursday to life in prison. This was March of 2023 when this happened, you guys. For arranging the powwowing unaliving of his nephew to collect an insurance payment. So James Tim Norman did not speak on his own behalf at the sentencing hearing in the March of 2016 unaliving of his 21-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery Jr. Both men had starred in the long-running own reality show about the family soul food business in the St. Louis area. Norman's attorney submitted several letters from family and friends asking for leniency, including Norman's mother and founder of the Sweetie Pies restaurant, Robbie Montgomery. So she submitted a letter also for leniency when your own grandson was unalived by your son. Yes, it's a catch-22. You love your son, you love your grandchild, and a mother's job is to protect and to be there for her son. But Tim was wrong in this situation. Tim had no regrets as related to having this done to Andre. It was definitely premeditated. He had other people involved. They also ratted Tim out to say, yes, Tim paid us. Tim asked us to be where we were when Andre's life was taken. So Tim can't sit up and lie. And the fact that you're still not taking accountability and asking for Trump to pardon you so that you can get out clearly shows that you're not sorry for what you've done. Clearly shows that you're not being rehabilitated. Clearly shows that you still need to have your ass where the fuck you are right now. Okay. Said that I don't know whether Tim did what he was accused of and convicted of. According to Miss Robbie, this is her words, said that who is also the victim's grandmother, says he is still the baby that I bore and I love him as every mother involved loved their child. Prosecutors said that Norman took out a life insurance policy worth $450,000 on Montgomery and arranged to have him lured to a street in St. Louis where another man unalived him. Now, several of Andre Montgomery's family members, including his mother, Michelle Griggs, asked that Norman be sentenced to life. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch reported. Now, U.S. District Judge John A. Ross gave him 2 life sentences, calling it a cold-blooded, incredibly premeditated planned execution of your nephew, and it was. It goes on to say that Tim Norman was convicted in September of conspiracy to commit unaliving for hire, and conspiracy to commit fraud. Travell Anthony Hill admitted that he powwowed Montgomery in exchange for $5,000. Hill, who is 31 years old of St. Louis, was sentenced in October to 32 years in prison. Terica Tanisha Ellis, now 39, from Memphis, Tennessee, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for admitting that Tim Norman paid her $10,000 to find Montgomery and tell Hill his location. Now, you guys remember Terica Ellis, we covered her. She's currently out of jail right now. Now, she was paid $10,000, but Travell Hill was only given $5,000. He actually did all the work. Terica only lured Andre to the location to be unalived, but Travell is the one who actually took his life, and he only got $5,000, but he got 32 years in prison. And Terica only got just barely 3 years, and she was out early from having time served. Okay, let's continue. A fourth person, insurance agent Wael Wally Ravi, Yagman, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for helping Tim Norman fraudulently apply for several insurance policies and file a claim on Montgomery's life insurance policy as well. So that's the update on that. For those of you that remember how all of this went down, that's what Tim is actually facing, 2 life sentences, but he is asking and pleading with his mom to get in touch with Trump to have him pardoned so that he can get out. I don't think that it will happen. Tim, sit your ass down and serve your time. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these topics that we discussed. Sound off, honey, sound off. Thank you so much to my top flight mods for coming through and doing an awesome job. Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and Truth TV Podcast. Thank you all. Thank you so much to all the content creators, Astute Queen B, Black Women in the Building, Miss Dee Dee, Simple Mom Family TV. Thank you, Jonetta Speaks, JCD Creations, Shay P. I'm sorry, Shay Renee, Queen Speaks TV. I saw Deary talking in the building. Shout out to you. Schoolboy, thank you so much. Justin T, please. Marcella, if you stop by, thank you so much. And Brits Block, if you're in the building, if you stop by, thank you so much. Did I miss any content creators? I saw a name that looked like it could be a content creator. I don't want to miss anyone because I do appreciate you guys taking the time to come to my platform to support. All right. Please let me know if I missed anyone, if you're a content creator. Of course, all my Caramellians. Thank you guys, everybody in the bushes. Thank y'all for being here as well. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, okay? I will be tapping back in with you guys later on today. All right, so please keep your notifications on so you don't miss any of the tea. All right, because y'all know we drop tea over here, baby, okay? Love you guys down until the next one. Thank you, Brits Block. Let's get into our new song.
Yeah.
Let's rock out.
You already know what time it is. It's your girl, Caramel. Let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest type of tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramellian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I tell-a-lies. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I amplify. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl, Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramellian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah. It's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know.
Hey, okay. Yeah, y'all like the new song? That's our new song for the channel. Again, shout out to Brits Block for that one. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.